In the digital arena, every single hero, every spell, every piece of epic loot, it's all forged from a secret code. It's a language the machine has to understand perfectly. But what happens when that understanding breaks? What happens when the code, well, when it lies?
So what if I told you that one tiny mistake could turn your character's critical damage from 1,000 to the word 1,000? The game doesn't just glitch, it completely shatters. Today, we are cracking open the game engine to show you exactly how Python tells the difference between these things and how you can avoid a total system meltdown.
Okay, let's just dive right into this crash. That catastrophe we just talked about? It wasn't some ridiculously complex, high-level bug. Nope, it was a simple misunderstanding of the most basic, fundamental building blocks in the entire system. It's like your game engine just suddenly forgot the difference between a name and a number.
All right, so to stop that from ever happening, we're going to build our own character right from scratch. We are going to forge their digital soul using the 4 core stats of the Python universe. And you know what? Along the way, we're going to reveal some secret engine mechanics that make the whole thing tick.
First things first, every hero needs a name, right? An identity. In Python, this is the string. A string is any piece of text that defines your character, their class, the description of a legendary sword, you name it. This is their story.
And here's the absolute #1 rule. To make a string, you have to seal the text inside quotation marks. I want you to think of them like a magic scroll. Anything you write inside that scroll is preserved perfectly as text. Name equals warrior. If you forget those quotes, the magic just fizzles out.
Now for our first engine secret, and this one is really cool. Strings are what we call immutable. It's a fancy word, but it just means that once you've created that name, like warrior, it's basically set in stone. You can't just change one letter. You have to replace it with a whole new scroll. It's permanent, kind of like a name that's been etched into your character's very soul.
On to the next stat. Your character needs power. We're talking health points, level, strength. For this, we need the integer. These are your solid, whole, super dependable numbers. No fractions, no decimals, just pure, raw, quantifiable power.
And the best part is, writing them is so simple. Level equals 99. See that? No quotes, no special symbols, just the number. This tells Python, hey, treat this as a value I can do math with. It's clean, it's simple, and it's powerful.
And this brings us to an awesome performance secret hidden deep inside the engine. To make things run faster, Python actually preloads all the common integer values from -5 all the way up to 256. It's kind of like having common stat points already crafted and just waiting in your inventory, which makes the game run that much smoother. Every single time you use the number 100, you're using the exact same object in memory.
All right, we have a name, we have health, but now we enter the danger zone. This is a place where numbers aren't always what they seem to be. A place where just one tiny miscalculation can lead to massive consequences.
So let's talk about stats that need precision. I'm talking about your critical hit chance, or the exact amount of gold you have, or maybe the percentage of a damage bonus. For these, we absolutely need the float. A float is just any number that has a decimal point. The code is pretty straightforward. Critical rate equals 15.5. But listen to me very closely, because this is a critical warning. You must use a period for the decimal. If you use a comma here, it won't just give you an error, it can crash the whole system, because Python will think you're trying to give it 2 separate things. But here it is, the precision glitch. Imagine you type in 0.1 plus 0.2. You'd expect to get 0.3, right? Well, you'd be wrong. Just look at what the computer actually sees. That tiny error at the end is there because computers think in binary, in base 2, and they literally can't represent some of our decimal fractions perfectly. It's like trying to write 1/3 as a decimal. You can't do it perfectly. You just get 0.333 forever. And let's be clear, this is not a Python bug. It's a fundamental aspect of how pretty much all modern computer hardware works, based on a standard called IEEE 754. It's a representation error that's baked right into the silicon itself. Most of the time, it's not a problem, but for really high-precision calculations, it's something every master developer has to know how to handle.
Okay, so our hero is really taking shape. They've got a name, health, a crit rate, but there's one more core stat. And this one seems like the simplest on the surface, but it's hiding a pretty surprising secret identity.
And this is the boolean. A boolean just represents the answer to any yes or no question.
Is the character poisoned? True. Is the door unlocked? False. It's just a simple on or off switch that controls the entire state of your game world.
And the syntax for this has a very strict can't-miss rule. It's either true or false. And that first letter absolutely must be capitalized. No quotes, no lowercase. If you get this wrong, the engine just won't understand what status effect you're talking about.
But let me ask you this. We have text, we have whole numbers, and we have decimal numbers. So what is a boolean, really? Like deep down in the engine's core? The answer is a little unexpected.
And the final secret is revealed. You see, for historical reasons, mostly to make the language easier to build and to avoid breaking old code, Python's booleans are actually just a special type of integer. That's right. Under the hood, true is just the number 1, and false is the number 0. A simple status effect is secretly a number in disguise.
And there you have it, the 4 core data types. The secret code has been deciphered. Our character is now fully defined, from their name all the way to their status. So let's take a look at the complete character sheet.
All right, quick recap. String is your character's name, and its secret is that it's immutable. It can't be changed. Integer is your level or HP, with all those small numbers preloaded for speed. Float is your crit rate, always at risk of those tiny precision errors. And Boolean is your status effect, which is secretly just a 1 or a 0. You are now armed with the core knowledge.
Speaking of which, your status has officially been updated. You are now more knowledgeable. So go on, power up our channel by smashing that like and subscribe, and drop a comment below. What's the first game or app you would build with this new power?
So our hero is ready to go. They've got a name, they've got life, they've got a status, but right now they're basically just a statue. What can they actually do? How do they make decisions? Well, that is the secret we're going to unlock in the next explainer. Stay tuned.